Okay, day 143. This is part 3 of One Brotherhood. So Chris Farrell, it's CJT Farrell with 2 R's and 2 L's. I thought he was from Arizona because he had done a lot of reporting about Pakistanis caught at the Arizona border. He's obviously in Washington, D.C. at Judicial Watch. I just, for some reason, associated him with Arizona because he always reported on the Pakistanis caught there. I think there was a November 16th article in Breitbart last year about 3 perfect-speaking Pakistanis caught there. I believe that the Awans have diplomatic passports, so I don't believe that's a problem. But I do believe that people that come and go that do specific jobs, for like, let's say, wiretapping Dennis Kucinich or something, those are the people that you would bring in if you didn't want to leave an audit trail of people coming and going. But I do believe they're taught by the FBI. The Counterterrorism Division is teaching the hacking of the servers and the phones. So Mateen, I brought Mateen out a long time ago. I don't need to really create an association between Mateen and Pakistan and the drug route. He runs it. I've said that in like episode, day 20. And if there's a fake funeral notice for Mohammed Shah in Virginia, and it has a link that goes to the tribute page and the tribute doesn't work, it doesn't matter because Imran Awan, the one that says he lives in Lorton, Virginia right here, he's the one who put this picture up about Mohammed Shah, Pir Mohammed Shah. He's the one with the name badge that says PM Shah, okay? And they are tied to this terrorist organization, SSP, that does the rat line, and he is tied to PSP, which is the CIA's created through ISI, their intelligence service created PSP. So it doesn't really matter what the CIA creates in terms of cover now because the cover's blown. The cover is blown. They wanted him to become president of, or he thought he could become president of Afghanistan, because right now they have to take the product out of Afghanistan into Pakistan. Some of it's refined, some of it goes over land routes as unrefined opium. So that's what's going on here. He has Punjab, which is to the east, and that's going to be the refined heroin, and then he's going to have the route going toward Turkey, the unrefined opium. So they always give the smart guys the heroin, and they give the dumber guys the opium. And here's that article by Darby at Breitbart on the 16th of November last year saying about the 3 perfect-speaking Pakistanis at the border. Again, you don't want Trump doesn't want to go looking in for English spies. All the evidence is up the hill at Capitol Hill, 1 mile away from you. You're going to find that McCabe was doing all the training for the wiretapping, cell phone hacking, server hacking in the Counterterrorism Division. You're going to have the training being done in at the headquarters building of the FBI, but a lot of times they like to take them out to Clarksburg, West Virginia, because you just don't want to be training your spies and having them come and go in Washington, D.C. So look for Clarksburg, Virginia, where the archives are for a lot of this stuff, for a lot of these guys coming and going. And you're going to need a car and you're going to need a place to stay while you're doing your job in the United States. If it's to wiretap Dennis Kucinich, you're going to need a house for a couple of months, a safe house or something. You need a car to get up to Cleveland. So, or Washington, D.C., depending on where Kucinich is at the time. So again, it's tougher for me because I can't associate the 3 Pakistani guys in Arizona with a picture because they didn't publish them. They haven't published the server folks and the server break-ins from the 20 different burglaries. They haven't published the badge data. They haven't published the phone records. So it's tougher for an independent person just dealing with open source information. So they can make it a lot easier. All Trump has to do is walk down and say, hey, I want these pictures published. I want to pull the January, let's call it 20, everything in January. I just pull everything in January that has an Awan associated with it and give me the film and publish the pictures. As soon as they publish the pictures, they're going to put 2 and 2 together with the Arizona crossings, if they're the ones who did it. But you solve this through the visa photos and just start publishing photos. Trump figures it out by himself. The Schiff is going at this every day, and he's just pulling the House down. He's trying to destroy the House of Representatives by taking down 31 of his own representatives. I don't get it. It's just all these people, all these folks have staffers. So all those staffers are potential witnesses, and people who can be subpoenaed. Again, the 20 burglaries, you're not going to be able to hide it. 31 reps. All those people have staff. They're not going to go down. All their security staff at all the checkpoints. We start publishing those pictures, all the people at Capitol Police are going to start noticing, and the different security services. So again, there's just so many muddy footprints here. It's just a profusion of evidence. If the ones were not tied to Nanoset Technologies and it was just the Bangladesh doctor, that doesn't matter to me, because why is the Bangladesh doctor living in that house with and worried about government IT if she's running the VA hospital for Virginia and Maryland? It just doesn't make sense. These are things that just don't make sense. So if I don't get it exactly correct, it doesn't matter, because it's an anomaly. It's a gross anomaly. Just like these salaries, two to three times, or the wives 3 to 4 times, are gross anomalies. Most people don't loan after they've declared bankruptcy, get a $100,000 loan from the credit union for the House of Representatives. Most people don't run, have good records when they run a car dealership. They don't deliberately run their dealerships into the ground and take money from Iranian Hezbollah connected people. Here again, you're going to just pull the visas, look at Mohammed Hanslah's record at border control, and you've got one answer to the guy who did, I believe, who did the Dennis Kucinich wiretap. So again, it followed the money. He's done 3 rat lines. No, he did the Turkish, lower Turkish, northern route, and now he's doing the heroin route. Here's Attar. We can find him. I'm sure if FBI, when McCabe finally gets all those quid pro quo agents for Iraq, we might have time to look for Al-Attar. He knows where he is. So New Dawn Publishing, Nanoset Technologies. I'm pretty sure right here it says, Suryan Bejam, Chief Executive Officer, President at Nanoset Technologies. Okay. So here's Gulen's routes. There's the south route, there's the north route, and then there's going to be the eastern route over to Bangalore. And I'm not, whether the doctor is involved in this or not, and one of the old intelligence tricks is to make somebody a doctor, because people just don't question doctors. They have a lot of respect for doctors. So, Al-Attar is a doctor. Well, he wasn't very good at what he did because he did a lot of fake billing, right? So is he really a doctor? Would a real doctor do $2.3 million in fake bills and then drug his patients that were women and date or drug rape women, license suspended, license revoked? Come on. He's not a real doctor. Or if he is, he's a quack. So, and again, you look at the history of this. This Awan, and I'm saying this in the as a cover, is a tribe name, and this is BCCI, and they've been in this business since 1979. Look at the contacts. Convicted, first of all, Medellin cartel, Escobar, Noriega, Mossack Fonseca. I didn't make this up. This is from the article. So look at Amjad Awan versus the United States of America. It's all in the trial records. All the Rudy Giuliani and Inspector Comey or Director Comey still have those 2 trunks of Mark Rich's papers that describe how the whole BCCI money laundering operation went. We're going to launder it through Burt Lance's bank and the Bank of Georgia. We're going to bring it up through Washington, D.C. banks. We're going to take it from there. We're going to send it over to England. It described the whole route. So I don't know why all Trump really needs to do is just make these Mark Rich papers available unredacted, and the whole case falls apart. Okay, that's it for right now, and we'll go to Chicago tomorrow.